Hey guys, Indy here, recording days 23, or sorry, 22nd. Yep, day 22nd. Which RPG is the easiest for me to run? Okay, I think maybe the question was worded for you so that we didn't have RPG fights over what's easiest and not. Obviously, for you, there's a high degree of familiarity that comes into it, right? If I had a story in my mind, and we didn't care to be really particular per se, and my players had character concepts, we could essentially sketch a Rollmaster character down, and as long as we had, the attack charts and the critical charts, spell charts if they needed them, spell lists, I could just sit there and run a game off the top of my head. So, that's easy. But I'd like to remove the for you from it a little bit. Maybe it's my more aggressive, maybe that's where my aggressive nature is. I'm not physically aggressive, I'm like argumentatively, like let's debate kind of argumentative, I don't know, or aggressive. But still, if you look at my list here, it's not like I've had experience running a lot of games. I'll tell you who's not on this list. Champions and GURPS. And actually, Numenera. Numenera looks like it's super easy to learn, and I'm sure it is. But I do not understand why. Like, it's almost as if they had one mechanical idea and said, yeah, but we got to say it's a D20 system, so let's force this mathematical construct onto a D20. Stupid. But, so anyways, the system that I would have an easy time running, that I think you would too, is TSR's Advanced Marvel Superheroes. I love that phase trip system. So simple. When you also take in the fact that there's not a whole lot of character advancement you have to deal with, well, that kind of removes that from the consideration. Or at least you can put it all off until the end and calculate it up. Really, just all you really need is just the definitions of some of the terms, like what does a slam mean, and what does a stun mean, and what does what's a partial grapple mean for the character. What's bullseye? Like bullseye is pretty intuitive, so maybe you decide not to look that up. But I feel like once you've got characters going and your plot, all you need is that back of that page 4C chart, and maybe for guiding rails or training wheels if you're new to the system, the few pages in the GM's book that give you an idea of what the different ranks are per skill. It's per stat, and it's also other things like how dark is absolute pitch darkness, how dark is a starry night, how hot is a campfire, how hot is a burning house. So they give you some guidelines as to what do these ranks mean in these terms. How difficult is it to climb a rock wall versus a brick wall versus a glass wall? That's particularly important. That doesn't sound too terribly important for like a typical fantasy game, right? Like maybe someone can climb a brick wall, but they're not climbing a glass wall. That's just basically using tools if you get up that. But when people have wall crawling abilities of certain ranks, yeah, that's important. So all you really need is that to try to give you some guide rails as to where they intended certain difficulties to be, and an understanding of what the white, green, yellow, and red results are for each of the kind of tests. And man, super simple from there. Super simple from there. There's no random damage. Yeah, it's easy. So, I mean, like I said, I could sit down and I did actually. I ran a one intro session to role playing for a few people who hadn't role played and a few people who haven't experienced a lot of different systems, and I just sat down and ran it, and I didn't even bother looking through the book for anything. It wasn't really a problem. I haven't touched it in over a decade probably. So yeah, that's my answer. TSR is advanced Marvel. Maybe the basic Marvel system is also just, from what I understand from the differences from advanced to basic. Yeah, the basic Marvel system should be equally as easy to play. So if you're ever looking for a quick and easy game to sit down and play, and you would like the superhero genre, yeah, go see if you can find some of those old TSR books. It's a pretty slick system. So go look at hashtag RPG a day and go search for Brigade Con. I think we still need more people running games. It sounds like. I don't know. I don't know what the selection is, but find a game that you find easy to run and explore running a game online. Talk to you guys later.